Can you see the PowerPoint?
Yes, teacher.
Good.
حسام موجود سر.
يوسف بصمان حضر. اوكي. البصمان حضر.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. عبد العزيز عبد الرحمن.
نعم.
ونعم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we are going to learn and discuss.
خلاص لقيت تقول له ماما.
اطفي المايك يا حبيبي، اطفي المايك اللي لقيتها. يلا عبد الرحمن لقيتها خلاص؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we are going to study a new topic, how to write an argumentative essay, and you are going to learn some expressions. You can use these expressions in writing the essay for first term grade 12. Before we study the writing task, let's refresh your memory by these set book questions. First question. What does the term culture of blame mean? What does the term culture of blame mean? Who can answer? Karim Mustafa.
It's mean to search for people to blame them for accident which happened in the past regardless.
Thank you. So, culture of blame, it means blaming others for what's supposed to be our responsibility. Okay. Second one. How could people solve their problems away from court or away from courts? How could people solve their problems away from court? Shabrakhiti.
They can solve their problems friendly.
Friendly, in a friendly way. Yes, very good, Ismail.
With themselves by talking and regulate.
Very good, Omar. Ibrahim.
Through good manner.
Through good manners. Yes, very good. Another way, discussing the problem to reach a solution. We should discuss the problem to reach a solution in a friendly way, as your friend said. Practice tolerance and forgiveness. This is one of the human values. من القيم الإنسانية, tolerance, تسامح, and forgiveness, العفو. So people could solve their problems away from courts by discussing the problem to reach a solution, by practicing tolerance and forgiveness. Third question. From your point of view, which is more important, ensuring everyone has equal rights or persecuting criminals, and why? Which is more important, ensuring everyone has equal rights or persecuting criminals? Abdurrahman Abnabi.
Ensuring everyone has equal rights.
Why?
Because if we do that, there would be no criminal.
Right, very good, thank you. So, ensuring everyone has rights achieves both. Criminals will be persecuted for their wrong actions, and their victims will ensure to have their rights. يعني نتأكد أو نضمن إن كل الناس ياخدوا حقوق متساوية. ده بيحقق الحاجتين. المجرمين سوف يتم مقاضاتهم لأفعالهم الخاطئة، وكمان الضحايا سوف يضمنوا حقوقهم. Ensuring everyone has rights achieves both. Criminals will be persecuted for their wrong actions, and their victims will ensure to have their rights. Today we are going to learn just two new words. I gave you them yesterday. Speed limit. Look at this picture. The speed limit in this area is 55 by day and 45 at night. Speed limit. So we should respect the speed limit. Speed limit. What's the speed limit in this street or in this road? It's 65. The fastest speed allowed by law on a road. Speed limit. Speed limit, the fastest speed allowed by law on a particular piece of road. What will happen if you don't respect the speed limit law? You will be fined. You have to pay a fine if you drive over the speed limit in this area. The police will stop you and will ask you to pay some money. It's a fine. Fine. You will be fined. This is a residential area. Residential area. Residential area. It's a part of a town that consists of private houses with no offices or factories. Abdullah al-Mubarak, Ishbilia, Al-Rahab are residential areas. They are a part of a town with houses, special houses, private houses. They don't have offices or factories. Residential area. Please turn off the mic, please. A part of a town that consists of private houses with no offices or factories. He bought a house in a luxurious residential area. Open your student's book, page number 17. Speed limits and penalties for breaking them. Speed limits on roads are important, as anything needs to have a limit in life. Speed limit. The car in the photograph has been stopped for driving too fast in a residential area. Discuss these questions with a partner. I will give you 1 or 2 minutes to think about these two questions. Should there be speed limits in areas like this? Areas? Why? Why not? What should happen to motorists who break? What should happen to drivers who do not follow these speed limits? Michael?
Yes, there should be speed limits
In
to prevent
residential areas. Why?
accidents. To prevent accidents.
Very good. To prevent accidents. Thank you. Abdurrahman Ashraf.
What should happen? What should happen to motorists who break these speed limits? Should be punished and paying fines or penalty.
Yes. Yes. Should be punished. Very good. They should. شبرخيتي عمر.
عندي سؤال بس أصل النت كان بيقطع.
What? Oh. Right. Take these speed limits. Okay. The car in the photograph has been stopped for driving too fast in a residential area. So, should there be speed limits in the residential areas? Why? Why not? A speed limit is a part of road safety. City streets where homes with their children are present have a low speed limit to reduce the chance of a child being hit. So to avoid accidents, to save or rescue people. to save people's lives and avoid accidents and injuries. So there should be speed limits in residential areas where they have schools and houses, to reduce the chance of a child being hit, to save people's lives, and to avoid accidents and injuries. Second question. I'm going to say the first one again, but in another way. There should be speed limits in the residential areas. That's because the streets aren't wide enough. And in order to avoid car accidents and to keep people safe. So there are three reasons we mentioned. There should be speed limits in residential areas because the streets aren't wide enough, and to avoid car accidents and to keep people safe. Second question, what should happen to motorists who break these speed limits? Abdurrahman said they should be punished. They should get speeding fines as penalties. Here the policeman stopped him because he broke or he breaks the law. He didn't stop, or he breaks the speed limit. Motorists who break these speed limits should pay a fine. We can give some answers. The first one, they should pay a fine. Second one, their driving license should be drawn. نسحب الرخصة منهم. Motorists who drive too fast in the residential areas should be banned from driving. نمنعهم كده خالص. Or at least, or in the end, if they repeat this action, they should be sent to prison. So there are different punishments according to, is this the first time or not? Or did he repeat it or not? So first, he should be a fine. Second, their driving license should be drawn. Third, they should be banned from driving. The policeman shouldn't allow them to drive again. Or they should be sent to prison, or they should be sent to jail if they repeated this action. Again, in another way, why should there be speed limits in the residential areas? Preventing tragic accidents caused by careless motorists. You know that motorists, or some motorists, are careless. They drive too fast while there are children coming out or going to school, so they cause accidents. So we prevent tragic accidents. We reduce children being hit by a careless driver. Ensuring safety, we ensure safety. We make sure that people, and especially children, are safe. There is an increasing demand for speed limits and laws in residential areas. What should happen to motorists who break these limits and cause tragic accidents? We mentioned there are 4 answers. The first one, motorists should pay large fines. Second one, the police should take away their driving license. They should be taken to jail for a long time, or they should be taken to prison for a long time. For the fourth one, they should be banned from driving. Okay? All these answers will help you to do the homework. You are going to write an essay expressing your opinion. This is called an argumentative essay. You have to mention the 2 sides. Some people are for, some people are against, and then you are going to express your own point of view. Amr Ibrahim? Yes?
أستاذ طب هو مين ممكن يبقى against الموضوع ده؟ أكيد كله معاه.
Wait, you will see. We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
ماشي.
Okay? Should there be speed limits in areas like this? Why not? Of course, the speed limit is 35 here. So speed limit is a part of road safety. To reduce the chance of a child being hit, to avoid accidents and injuries. So many people, or the majority of people, are for having this type of law. There should be speed limits in residential areas because to reduce the chance of a child being hit, to avoid accidents and injuries, and it's a part of road safety. You are going to write an essay in answer to this question. Should motorists who drive too fast in residential areas be banned from driving? هل يجب على القائد المركبات اللي بيقودوا بسرعة كبيرة جدا في المناطق السكنية أن يمنعوا من القيادة؟ هنا عمر عقوبة جديدة. احنا ممكن ندرج العقوبة زي ما قلنا، يدفع غرامة، يسحب منه الرخصة، يسحب منه السيارة، يمنعه من القيادة، أو وصل بعد كده للحبس أو الحجز أو السجن. Okay? Decide what your opinions are on this subject. قرر آرائك إيه في الموضوع. Is your answer yes or no? Or it depends، أو بين البينين. It depends يعني هنا وسط، يبقى نصل لحل وسط. Plan your essay in your 4 paragraphs. عايزين نكتب الموضوع في 4 فقرات. Using the essay on the previous page as a model. طبعا تستخدم النموذج الصفحة اللي على الشمال كموديل ليك، اللي هو بتاع ايه؟ legislation أو more courts. Write notes under these headings. النقاط اللي ممكن نكتبها في الملاحظات. Paragraph 1. Background to the topic. هدين مقدمة إيه أهمية الموضوع ده. Talking about what? Talking about car accidents. It's something common nowadays. There should be a law. And paragraph 2. Arguments for. People are for punishing these motorists because they drive too fast, they cause accidents, etc. And paragraph 3, arguments against, you have to be kind with them. Some people are, they drive too fast, maybe because there is an emergency case, so he's late for work, there is something bad in his car. Arguments against. And paragraph 4, you have to mention your opinion at the end. Okay? I'm going to ask you to think. I'll give you a model, an example, and we are going to discuss this. We are going to add more information or more ideas. When you write, as I told you, when you write an outline, you should have a hook. You should start with something that attracts the reader to read the topic, and then the thesis statement, you have to mention the main idea of the report, and then Kareem, you have to mention the purpose of writing. As you see, the useful language box at the end of the page. In this essay, I intend to. In this essay, I'm going to discuss. In this essay, in this report. So this is what? This is the purpose of writing. So don't forget to use an outline, introduction, body 1, sorry, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, or idea 1, idea 2, and you have to mention supporting ideas. تذكر بعض النقاط اللي المؤيدة للرأي. Why there should be speed limits, or should we punish these motorists? And then paragraph 3, you have to mention the main idea or topic sentence, then supporting details, and you have to mention in the conclusion, summarizing it in 2 or 3 sentences, giving your own point of view and your recommendations for young people who drive too fast in residential areas. The pre-writing or the writing process. هنا عملية الكتابة. ازاي نكتب موضوع؟ انا عايز اعلمك ازاي تكتب موضوع. Pre-writing. Think and decide. اول حاجة فكر في الموضوع. فكر وخطط. Make sure you understand the topic. لازم تفهم السؤال كويس جدا وتعرف ايه العناصر اللي انا هغطيها، ايه الافكار اللي هغطيها. Research. ابحث. انت دلوقتي بتأدي واجبات، ابحث في الانترنت، اكتب، مش شرط تنقل، انت تجمع معلومات. Find information or ideas. يبقى انا لو اعطيتك موضوع صعب، موضوع اول مره تدرسه، ابحث في الانترنت. Search the internet, find information or ideas. You can write down notes. اكتب ملاحظات، اكتب نقاط. And then drafting. اعمل مسودة. Drafting يعني write first your outline and then your first draft. اكتب كمسودة وبعد كده تعيد كتابتها مرة ثانية. ده اسمها draft. Revising ان انت تعيد مراجعتها. Making it better. تحسنها. Check spelling mistakes, grammar mistakes, punctuation marks, full stops, etc. spacing. You have to edit and proofreading. Make sure the meaning and ideas are conveyed in the best possible way. تأكد ان الموضوع والافكار المطلوبة في السؤال انت غطيتها بافضل طريقة. يعني ممكن يا عبد الله احيانا واحد يكتب موضوع حفظ الموضوع وجاء موضوع مشابه للموضوع اللي حفظه، بس هل هو غطى النقطتين او 3 افكار الموجودة؟ لازم تأكد ان انت عاوز تاخد 120 يبقى تأكد ان انت هل انت غطيت كل الافكار ولا لا. اعصر مخك، برين ستورمينج. اوكي، هنا عمر بيقول لي في ناس ضد الموضوع. ايوه في ناس ضد الموضوع. Should motorists who drive too fast in residential areas be banned from driving? Yes, some people are for, because this causes serious accidents, cause noise pollution, they kill innocents, they hurt themselves, they damage their cars. So I am for this law, or I am for banning motorists from driving because this causes serious accidents. It causes noise pollution. They use horns while driving too fast. They kill innocents. They kill children. They hurt themselves. I am against. Some people are against banning motorists forever from driving because maybe they have emergency case. واحد رايح المستشفى أو ظرف طارئ. They have emergency case. They have mechanical problems. ممكن حصل عطل في سيارة. They have mechanical problems. Maybe they are late for work. So they were forced to drive too fast, not to be late for work, or they have an emergency case. Maybe his wife is so ill, he wants to take her to the hospital, etc. Okay. زي ما احنا قلنا الموضوع اهو. Should motorists who drive too fast in residential areas be banned from driving? المطلوب منك نفس الموضوع ده. You are going to write an essay in answer to this question. هنعمل اللي قلنا باراجراف 1 باراجراف 2 باراجراف 3 والكونكلوجن. قلنا طبعا المقدمة. طيب write your essay in 220 words. مطلوب منك تكتب لنا المقالة من 200 ل 220 كلمة. أنا حدد لك أي حد أقصى 160 في الهوم ورك. Use ideas you discussed in exercise 1 above. You may use expressions from the useful language box. النقاط اللي احنا ناقشناها في الأسئلة اللي احنا ناقشناها دلوقتي استخدمها مع ولا ضد وتكتبها في الموضوع. وكمان هستخدم بعض العبارات عشان تقوي الموضوع. You can use expressions from the useful language box. في صندوق تحت يا شباب، كل شيء في الصندوق تحت. Follow your paragraph plan and express your ideas clearly and simply. لازم تتبع الخطة. انت عملت خطة لازم تمشي عليها. ما تكونش الخطة مختلفة عن الموضوع. ما تعملش الموضوع بشكل والخطة بشكل. Make sure readers know what your opinion is. تأكد انت وضحت للقراء رأيك، انت مع ولا ضد. اوكي. The useful language box. تعال نشوف ال useful language box المكتوبة ايه. When you have finished writing. بعد ما تكون خلاص كتبت، رجعت خلصت كتابة. Read your essay carefully. اقرأ مقالتك مرة ثانية. Check spelling, grammar, punctuation زي ما قلنا. ممكن كمان exchange essays with a partner. لو احنا داخل الصف او انت دلوقتي عبد الله بيتعاون مع كريم، بيبعت له الموضوع وده بيبعت له الموضوع الثاني ويتبادلوا مع بعض. As you read, ask yourself these questions. اسأل بقى ايه نفسك. Has كريم answered the question fully? هل كريم لما كتب الموضوع جاب على السؤال بالكامل؟ Has he presented arguments for and against? هل هو عرض الرأيين اللي معه ولا ضد؟ Has he expressed his own opinion clearly? هل هو ذكر رأيه بوضوح؟ يبقى دلوقتي هنتبادل الواجبات مع بعض. مش عايز حد ينقل الموضوع، ما تلقنش من زميلك. انا عايزك انت اسماعيل تكتب موضوع وتعطيه لامير، وامير يعطي الموضوع لاسماعيل، ونقرا مع بعض ونتبادل، وبعد كده نكتب ملاحظاتنا كانك انت بتصحح لزميلك. اوكي. Has he answered the question fully? Has he presented arguments for and against? Has he expressed his own opinion clearly? Return your partner's essay and exchange the thoughts and ideas. بعد كده ممكن تراجعوا مع بعض. ممكن تستفيد من موضوع أمير وموضوع إسماعيل، نبادل مع بعض الآراء. ممكن نزود جمل مع بعض. أوكي. نيجي يا شباب نتكلم على اليوسفول لانجوج بوكس. شايف هنا يا كريم؟ Expressing intention, saying what you intend to write about. عبر عن نيتك. ازاي تقول انا انوي اكتب المقالة؟ شايفها يا كريم اللي هي البيربز. In this essay I intend to look at. In this essay I intend to consider, think. I intend to discuss some of the arguments for and against banning motorists from driving. First of all, البراجراف الأول. First of all, I will look at. First of all, I will discuss the arguments in favor of or who support this law. Second, I'll discuss the arguments against this law. Expressing obligation, تعبير عن الإلزام والإجبار, something you are legally required to do. الجملة دي ممكن تكتبها motorists are obliged to, مضطرين غصب عليهم. Motorists are obliged to respect the speed limit. They need to obey traffic rules. They must. They ought to. They should always pay attention. They should always drive carefully. Presenting arguments, معرض الرأي. The main point, the main argument for to avoid car accidents, to save people, to reduce children being hit. Another point, another argument is that expressing opinion طبعا في conclusion, in my opinion, in my view, in fact, it's my view that, I believe, I think that. طبعا انا من كل نوع اكتب واحدة، من كل نوع اكتب واحدة اثنين، ما زدتش. Expressing an absence of obligation, something that you are not legally required to do. Drivers needn't to drive too fast. They are not obliged to drive too fast in residential areas because. اوكي، يبقى العبارات دي استخدمها لتقوية المقالة بتاعتك. عود نفسك اكتب باسلوب قوي. الجمل دي اكتبها. اوكي؟ نفس الكلام اللي احنا قلناه. طيب، تعال نشوف بقى نموذج ونقول ده خطأ ممكن نزود عليه. This is a quote. It is the spirit and not the form of law that keeps justice alive. هنا إيرل وارن واحد من الناس قال كلمة أو حكمة بيقول لك إنها روح القانون وليس شكل القانون الذي يجب أن يحافظ عليه يجعل العدالة حية. It is the spirit, not the form of law that keeps. القانون ما طبقش بحذافيره، لا لازم نكون نراعي الإنسانية ونراعي الظروف. مش كل واحد سرق من أول مرة مثلا نعمل مثلا عقوبة جديدة، طبعا حسب تكرار الجريمة. عبد الرحمن عزت.
استاذ معلش بس هروح الحمام.
اتفضل يا حبيبي. explain it. طيب تعال شوف معايا دلوقتي ادي نموذج من موضوع درايفنج dangerous driving or banning speed drivers. introduction. زي ما انت شايف هنا هو يا كريم هنا ولا كتب الهوك ولا كتب ايه ولا كتب seize statement ولا كتب the purpose of riding. طبعا دي حاجات ناقصه. Fast and careless driving has become a big problem nowadays. هنا ده topic sentence مثلا قال لك ان القياده السريعه والمهمله هي اصبحت مشكله كبيره هذه الايام. Body 1 قال لك those who are for الناس اللي مؤيده. why؟ ما هنا طبعا كتب phrases صح. causing serious accidents, killing innocents, causing noise pollution, hurting themselves. those who are against زي ما ذكرنا يا عمر، في ناس ضد تطبيق القانون ده. having emergency case, being late for work, having mechanical problems. امير عبد الفتاح. يس
استاذ، هي مش جمله الانترودكشن اللي مكتوبه مش تنفع هوك لان هي معلومه او جمله
دي بس دي استنى 1 minute. لا احنا عايزين انها ايه نقول الافضل ان يكون سؤال او حكمه او كذا عشان تجذب القارئ. دي الجمله الرئيسيه دي هنا يا امير. ما ينفعش تبقى ايه الهوك. يبقى you should start with something that attracts the reader. okay
تمام يا استاذ.
Do you agree? Did you know? What do you think? بتبدا مثلا السؤال بايه؟ تبدا الهوك باي سؤال زي كده. هنا conclusion I am for banning them if they repeat their actions. هو كتب لك جمله واحده بس. اوكي تعال نشوف الموضوع اللي كتبه هنا. Fast and careless driving has become a big problem nowadays. Some people are for banning speed drivers from driving, while some others are against banning them, and they have their own reasons. Let's discuss their arguments. زي ما شايف هنا الجملة الأولى عطى التوبيك سندس، وبعد كده كتب ايه the purpose of writing، وكتب ان ايه let's discuss their arguments. وزي ما انت شايف كتب باراجراف 2 و 3 و in conclusion. شايف الادوات الربط الموجوده باللون الاسود. in addition, furthermore, on the other hand, moreover, in conclusion. استخدم ادوات ربط. يبقى you should have a cohesion or connection. Those who are for banning them from driving state يعني mention that they cause serious accidents. In addition, they might kill innocents. They add that they cause noise pollution. Furthermore, they might hurt themselves by dangerous driving. On the other hand, those who are against state that some of them have their reasons to drive fast. Some of them are obliged to drive fast in residential areas because of emergency cases. Moreover, they might be late for work. Also, some of them may have mechanical problems or are in a hurry. In conclusion, it is now clear that we should advise fast drivers to drive carefully, to save themselves and to save others. We must raise their awareness to drive safely. This is what recommendation here. They should be given a chance to drive safely. I am for banning them if they repeat their actions. ممكن تقول حلول تانية. They should be a fine. They should be or their driving license should be drawn from them. In the end, if they repeat their actions, they should be sent to prison as a punishment. أو نفس الموضوع. Should motorists who drive too fast in residential areas be banned from driving? In not less than 14 sentences, 160 words, plan and write an essay about both viewpoints and state your own. نفس السؤال اللي عندك في الهوم ورك. بس طبعا مش عايز تنقل الموضوع ده، انا عايز تكتب اسلوبك انت وتزود الهوك والجنرال سيز وتكتب اللي هي الاوتلاين زي ما اتعلمتها وزيد عليها. Speeding in residential areas is a big problem. Speeding in residential areas cause great damage. It makes people fear for children's safety. Here comes the question. شايف هنا؟ Should motorists who drive too fast. استخدم التوبيك نفسه كسؤال فوق. Should motorists who drive too fast in residential areas be banned from driving? Actually, some people support banning while others don't. Those who are for state that speed driving makes pedestrians, المشاة, and bicyclists fear for their safety. In addition, it increases the risk of accidents. Furthermore, it increases the risk of injuries. Unfortunately, most crashes occur in urban areas. Those who are for state المفروض دي يا شباب بالخطأ. Those who are for or those who are against. في الباراجراف 3 نكتب ايه؟
against أو سهل.
against. شوف الخطأ في الطباعة. يبقى those who are against state that there are emergency cases that force motorists to speed up. Sometimes they are late for work. In some cases, they speed up to save someone's life. All in all, نفس كلمة in conclusion, to sum up, in short, in brief, it is now clear that speed driving is very dangerous. It might kill innocent people, but in some motorists need to speed up, so banning them should be the last solution. احنا ممكن نجمع الموضوعين مع بعض. نجمع الباراجراف الاول الريبورت الريبورت ده ينفع نجمعهم مع بعض لان اعطى لك حلول واعطى لك اقتراحات واعطى لك نصائح اكتر ما ننقل الموضوع نفسه يا شباب. اوكي I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop recording. Have you got any questions?